Hey, how are you? It's Claude Johnson here, and I'd like to give you a guitar lesson today. I'm going to show you this cool lick. It's kind of inspired by Slash. It kind of goes like this. Let me give you a close-up on that. Alright, so let's break it down for you. First of all, the notes that I'm using, I'm basically in the A pentatonic scale. And if you're not familiar with basic pentatonic scales, I definitely suggest that you check out my beginner course for lead guitar, which is called Killer Lead Guitar Made Simple. Okay, so we've got our basic A pentatonic position. We're going to add two other notes that we're going to be using in this lick. First is the blue note, which is the flatted fifth, which is E flat in the key of A, which you can find on the 8th fret of the G string. So, and I go over the blue note a lot in my other course for lead guitar called Killer Guitar Control Secrets. So we talk about the blue note. We're also going to be adding the sixth degree, which is the F sharp, which I like to think of as coming from the Dorian mode. But anyway, it's just an F sharp, and it's on the 7th fret of the B string. So you can always try adding that into your licks. Okay, now the lick starts out, it's got this really cool rhythmic kind of feel to it, which kind of sets up the whole feel for the rest of the fast run. Basically what the rhythm is it's going to be triplets, like slower quarter note, slow triplets, followed by 2 8th notes, and then goes into 16th notes. So that sounds a little complicated. So let me first play it how it would sound if I was not using the triplets, just using quarter notes, and then we'll change up the feel and you'll see how the triplets come in. So imagine that I'm just going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, and then let's say the fast notes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and a. Now let's change those first couple notes. Instead of 1, 2, 3, it'll be triplet, right? Did you feel that? So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have, and that's what gives it that accelerating kind of feel, because the triplets are still slower than those 8th notes, but it's got a really bluesy kind of acceleration to it. If that is like too much theory for you, just try to feel it out. Okay, so now that I've explained the basic rhythm, let's go into the rest of the actual notes that we're going to be playing in this lick. Okay, so the first part of the lick goes like this. So you got your B string, 5th fret, up to the 7th, up to the 8th, and then back down to the 7th and the 8th. So the first 5 notes, and then you do this. That's the fast part. 7, 8, 7, 5, and then 8 on the G string. Okay, so after you have this, then you're going to go back up to your 5th fret on the B string, hammer to the 7th fret, back down, so it's like a hammer-on pull-off, and then back down to your G string 8th fret. So the whole thing so far is like this. Once again, real slow. Okay, from there we're going to go up to the B string one more time, just hitting one note, 5th fret, before we go back down. Okay? So the whole thing so far. Okay, now as far as the picking goes, you can start off with alternate picking. Down, up, down. Down, up, down, up, down. And then when you do this fast part, you're only picking the first note. When you go back up to the B string, again, you're using just a downstroke and a hammer-on pull-off. And then, here's the tricky part, when you go from the G string to the B back to the G. Basically, it's going to be down, up, down. But you're skipping strings, so it's a little harder. Finally, the last part of the lick, we're just going to hammer on and pull off. We're already on the G string. Just down from the 8th, 7th to the 5th. Back up. And back down. And then to just end the whole thing, we hit D string, 7th fret, and then the last two notes, 7th and 5th back on the G string. Again, when you get down to the G string, you're going to be using hammer-ons and pull-offs. So let's practice the first part again. And the second part. Let's put the whole thing together. Make sure you have enough distortion also when you're playing this, so that you get that nice, the right tone and the right kind of attitude to it. And also, when I'm picking this, I'm also using a little bit of right hand palm muting. Just got my right hand palm here on the strings, and it's just making it sound a little bit tighter, a little less noise going on. Okay, hope you had fun with that lick, and we'll see you next time.